the tiny wood stove kitchen, where today we're cooking some crispy duck with some plum sauce and some mission deli wraps. But before we start, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the fact that we're not just cooking on the tiny stove today, but we're cooking on the prototype tiny cook stove, which is my new product coming out very shortly, which is basically the stove but with a oven on the side and a big stainless cook plate on the top, similar to this one here. You see this one's got an inset stainless top on the stove. Well, basically that's going to be the whole top of the stove will have that stainless insert, and we've obviously got the large oven to the side. So that's what we're using today, the prototype tiny cook stove, soon to be with you, so watch this space. So to get the duck going, first of all you've got to render some of the fat off. We've scored the skin with a knife. So you use a cold pan on the stove and then scamp your get down, and then we're just going to lay that into the pan and slowly render that fat away. Yeah, before we did today's shoot and we're cooking this bit of duck, I bought another bit of duck and I got it from Riverford Farm Shop, and to be honest it was £2 cheaper than this Cressingham pack from Asda, but my god was it better. It was a phenomenal looking duck breast and it was gorgeously firm and beautiful. These two portions that I got for £4, admittedly it was cheaper, but the quality is just not there at all in my opinion. The bit of Riverford organic duck was just amazing, so I would go for that little bit of extra quality with duck. It's one of those things that's got quite a strong flavour and some people can be a little bit scared of it. Once you've done it a few times it's no bother, but go and get yourself the best bit of duck you can find, and that's probably going to be from a local butcher. So that would be my hot tip, rather than getting it from Asda necessarily. Okay, right, so we're going to put the plums that we stewed up in all those lovely things through the sieve. You might want to add a little bit of soy into that afterwards, just to darken it up a little. Hang on, let me just put that in. Okay, so we passed that through the sieve and we've got a nice little sauce. Now we could reduce that down a little more and thicken it up on top of the stove, but I quite like it like that. So we'll add a little bit of soy sauce to that. That's darkened it down a little. So our duck's now got a lovely crispy skin on it. Where's my knife? There it is. As you can see, look at that loveliness. So we're going to finish that off in the oven. So pour it into our little dish. And we're going to pop that in the oven. Right, so look at all that duck fat there. So what we'll do now is we'll just prepare a little accompaniment to go with our duck pancakes, which is some wok fried greens, and that's from a recipe that basically we go to the most favourite restaurant in Exeter, which is Wagamama, and they do like a side dish there called wok fried greens, and it's basically sort of broccoli stems, I guess, with some garlic and some sort of like Asian sort of liquor over it. So we're going to try and recreate that now to go with our duck wraps. Okay, so to go with our crispy duck, which is in the oven doing its last sort of 10 minutes cooking, our sauce is reducing nicely on the stove. I'll show you what we're going to be wrapping them up in. Now you could wrap them up in the little wheat pancakes that if you were getting them from a takeaway you'd find, but easier to find and much better value I would say are these. The one good thing about Asda is that they sell these only 50p. You know, don't recommend the duck particularly, but these are great. And they're wheat and white mini wraps from Mission Deli, and that's what we're going to be using to wrap up the pancakes. I'll just pop them over there. So to go with it, basically I guess the right word would be, what's that word that where you chop up? It's like battens, I suppose. Can't remember the word now, but anyway, strips of cucumber and spring onion. So we'll just chop that up into little battens, and basically you're just going to lay these on to the duck, and it's the combination of this sort of freshness, because the duck's quite rich, quite fatty really. So a few bits of cucumber, not chopping your fingers off while you do it, is quite a nice accompaniment. So a few bits of that, some spring onions. Again, you're going to try and make it look nice by keeping things a regular sort of size. You can see my knife skills aren't brilliant, but there you go, you can see they're not. But it's not too tricky. That word will come to me in a minute about how you juliennes. There you go, I knew it would. So there we go, we've got that and that and that. So when our duck's done, we'll thinly slice it up, and then we can start building our pancakes. So to go with our pancakes, we're going to make some wok fried greens. So in our wok, which is getting nice and warm, we're going to put a little bit of oil, and then our broccoli, which is over there. So I'll get that now. Okay, so wok fried greens. We've got these lovely broccoli, sprouting broccoli stems. So in they go. Probably quite a few in there, too many, so I'll take a few out, because we don't need all of them done today. So there we go. And we've got some garlic, a little bit of spring onion and some chilli and some ginger. In they go. So we're just going to let that cook down a little. And what we're going to put with that in a second is a little bit of stock that I made yesterday on top of the stove, with just some old peelings, a little bit of ginger, garlic, a bit of Chinese 5 spice, and boiled that up for most of the afternoon. So we're going to just put a little bit of that on there just to stop it burning. So I'll get that now. So we're going to pour a little bit of our vegetable stock, Asian flavoured. Some sauce. Let that cook down a little. Use our lid just to cover that. Right, now while that's just cooking a little, we'll get our duck out and slice it up, ready to do the pancakes. Okay, so we've had 10 minutes more cooking time for the duck in the oven, so now we'll take it out and we'll slice it up. We're going to just leave it to rest a while. So get our deli wrap out. Right, so I'll get these just warming up a little in the dry pan. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put some of these pancakes together. So our wrap that's nice and warm. So in goes a bit of the duck, in goes some cucumber, in goes a little bit of spring onion, and that's plum sauce. And there you have it. There you go. Ooh, let's just roll it around so the seam's at the bottom. There we go. So we'll do that a couple more times, and then we'll serve it up with our wok fried greens. Okay, so there we've got our crispy duck pancakes with our wok fried greens with the nice plum sauce. All cooked on my prototype tiny cook stove, soon to be in the shops. Watch this space. Okay, so crispy duck pancakes. Can't wait to tuck in. I'll see you next time.